Hello, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to come live to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. A couple weeks ago, we had a team meeting here at my house. I was able to get 12 or 13 local gals in, and the one thing I wanted to talk about was Stampin' Up's memory keeping products. Hey, Wendy, thanks so much for popping in. Thanks everyone who will either watch live or join me on the replay. I appreciate that. Hey, Sandy, thanks so much for popping in. So I wanted to talk about memory keeping. I used a scrapbook a long time ago. When my son was a senior in high school, I realized I didn't have any scrapbooks for him. So I started scrapbooking or keeping his memories, and I made one book from 0 to 18. So it was a sprint through his life, and then I made one book that encompassed just his senior year. So it's been a long time. If you haven't heard, Stampin' Up! Is ramping up their scrapbooking category. So if you're a memory keeper, you're going to love all the things that are coming. There's especially a lot more colors in 12 by 12 of the two-tone cardstocks, so it will make good backgrounds, scrapbooking workshop kits, stamp sets specific to scrapbooking, and stamp sets that you can use for cards as well. So I had Lori Miller come in. She's my team member, and she is a longtime scrapbooker, and she led us through a project, and I want to share that with you to show how easy it is. So I'm just going to pop you down to my workspace because I have been chatting long enough. Let's go here. All right. So she showed us how she took a sketch from Stampin' Up's annual catalog. And if you haven't noticed, in each new catalog, Stampin' Up shares some inspiration. So if you're stuck and you can't figure out what you want to make for a card, you can start with these sketches that are on page 22 of the annual catalog. Hey, Jennifer, thanks so much for popping on to watch today. So the sketch that Lori used was this one, and so she actually showed us how to convert that to a scrapbooking memory keeping page. So those sketches are not only for cards, but they are for memory keeping as well. So I thought that was really awesome. And then we're going to be using this Documenting the Day photopolymer stamp set. You have until, I think, at the end of Friday to get it. This is a free stamp set you can get with during celebration with an order of $60 or more before tax and shipping. So if you, it's a really a great one for, you can make greeting cards, but I made a photo book last week. I've kind of been into some different projects, and now I'm going to show you a scrapbooking page. So let me show you the project she had for us, and she had everything all cut, so it was fun to be on that side of the project. And then she left, we do have some extras as well that I can show you. So it kind of fits in that 12 by, so it's a 12 by 12 Lost Lagoon two-tone cardstock with a lot of different elements, including the Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper that you can see here and here. And it's a picture from a recent birthday celebration, a 40th birthday celebration. I did some journaling, and then we used the birdhouse from the Country Birdhouse dies. So I will get started. I will just recreate it. I have a different photo, but I thought how fun to send this to my niece who celebrated her birthday. She can either maybe put it in another scrapbook page, or she could get a 12 by 12 frame for it so she can remember that day. So I am starting with that Lost Lagoon two-tone cardstock 6x6. Again, their scrapbooking brochure is online. There are a lot of different colors for that, so you might want to check that out. We did start with the piece of that Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. It is 4 by 12. And if you notice, we notched that or made a banner. I did one end, but I wanted to show you how you can do that on the paper trimmer. For cards, we had some punches that you could use, but for this, it's just a little bit different. So I am going to use my measurements on my grid here and a ruler, and I may or may not be able to see down in that corner. So that's 4 across. So I want to go 1 inch up. So I'll just lay my ruler, and then I want to go 2 inches in the middle. So I am going to lay a ruler right here, and then I'm going to make a little mark where that 2 inch is. Hey Barb, thanks so much for joining. That's a little bigger mark than I intended to make, but that's okay. You can use the eraser to erase that. So today I'm trying a little bit a different project. Hey Colleen, this is a full scrapbook page that we made at a recent team meeting. If you're just popping in, that's what I will be recreating. All the measurements will be on my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com. So hopefully I won't get my head in the way, but how I'm going to make that banner is I have my little mark that's at 2 and 1. And so I am going to put the edge of that paper in the trimmer line, and then make sure that I can see that dot. And oops, I want to get my... and then I'm just going to trim up to that point. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I will put the end in the tip so it's in the track, and then close that so I can see the dot in my view, and then I will just trim up. And that's an easy way to make your notch. So that's that here. I can, if I make a mistake, I can, or it doesn't come out, I can trim it, and I can use my eraser on my pencil to get that mark off. So that's you could just eye it up too. If you're one of those people who is really good at that, you can just use your snips and do it that way. But let's just start building up. And so this piece is on our 12 by 12 Lost Lagoon. I'm just going to add some adhesive, and we'll stick that right down the middle of that page. And of course, when you use one of those sketches, you can use your artist's license. You can add as much or as little, or you can change it up as you wish. But as you saw that, I'm using that sketch from page 22. So it's this one. So this, that banner was on an angle, but she just made it straight. So like, again, you can do whatever your little heart desires because it's yours. All right, let's build up from here. This is a piece of crumb cake cardstock. The measurements are on my blog, but I will grab them here if you are interested. So that is going to be 7 1/4 by 5. And then I am layering a piece of the Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper on top of that. And so that would be 7 by 4 3/4. We just did the 1/4 inch all the way around. So I'll put some adhesive on the back that way. And I can put my photo in today, or I can wait until later, but let's just build this up. Then I have a piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock, and that one measures 4 1/2 by looks like 6 1/2, and then I have the Very Vanilla. So what we did is put these two together. Have any of you tried any of Stampin' Up's new scrapbooking papers, the scrapbooking workshop kits? Any of you wanting to get back into it? All right. So I am going to go ahead and lay that down, but I haven't done this piece yet. So I'll lay that and know kind of where I'm going to want that. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down so it doesn't move. But you can see how quickly this little page is going together. A lot of times when we scrapbook, we'll do two facing pages, but in this instance, we're going to do the one, and then I can frame it, put it up in my craft room. I put those two together. These we did use dimensionals, so we popped this piece up with dimensionals. And again, it's your personal crafting choice, which you want to use. While I have you here, hey, Alexina, thanks so much for joining. I should mention that Facebook is changing the way it does things. And so it will no longer, we can do Facebook Live, so I will continue to do my Facebook Live, so never fear. But after 30 days, Facebook is going to be deleting those Facebook Lives. So if you count on them to see them on my page after 30 days, unfortunately, they won't be there. So you'll have to go to the YouTube channels to find that. So you can find me at kimplayswithpaper.com if you're missing that. So I have a spot for my picture, and I did choose a photo. But let's stamp here. This is a very vanilla sheet. Again, check my blog for measurements. 5 3/4 by 2 1/4. This is, I'm going to need two. I have What a Wonderful on one block and then Day on the other. So let's get that stamped and we'll get going. But again, celebration ends February 28th. So if you want to take advantage of getting lots of choices of free paper crafting products. Hey, Jen, thanks so much for joining. So I'm going to stamp that here. Give it a good press. This is Pretty Peacock. And then I have this large stamp Day on another block. So on some of these, when they're this big, I like to leave the stamp on the table and ink from above. Seems to get better coverage and you don't get ink all over that block. All right, let's see. Let's hope we have enough ink on there, but I always have the other side, and I always have more paper. That's my motto. It's only paper. So I'm just going to give that ink a second to set in there. All right, what a wonderful day. And then I will layer that on a piece of crumb cake. Again, I have to give credit to Lori Miller for this design and getting it all set up for me. 6 1/4 by 2 3/4. It's fun to explore all the scrapbooking products again and just see all the different things we can do with those. All right. Kind of try to center that. And then I just love kind of the little details that we added to. This is the Lost Lagoon soft cording. And I'm just going to wrap that around and hopefully make a bow here. It looks like I have enough. This is just really fun cording. So if you haven't played with this, it's available too. If you have any questions about any of these projects, give me a shout. I'm happy to help. Of course, I'm talking, so it's a little harder to tie a bow when I'm talking. But, of course, I'm always talking. So yesterday was a fun day here in Arizona. We went to a spring training baseball game, saw the Diamondbacks and the Guardians. That's who it was. Beautiful day, about the 80s was outside. Okay, sorry guys. Thanks for your patience as I try to tie this. I could let it go, but we shall see. So yeah, it was a gorgeous day. That's kind of one of the fun things about living here in Arizona is the spring training baseball. If you are a baseball fan. Hey, Kay, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you sharing this video. All right, so now that I finally got that tied, let's pop that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. And my goodness, in such a flurry, they fell on the floor. All right. So, oh, and if you want to find my YouTube channel, go to YouTube and Google Kim Plays with Paper. That's my YouTube channel. Just as, again, a reminder, if you're just popping in, Facebook will let us keep our videos up for 30 days, and then they will delete them. So I still will be going live. My videos just won't be on as long. Hey, Joy, thanks so much for popping in. So I'll just hang that right here, there, in that corner. And I've already put the birdhouse together. That's from the Country Birdhouse dies. Just adds a little visual element, and it's cute. She used the Everyday Happiness 12 by 12 designer series paper, crumb cake, and hey, Vernalyn, thanks for popping in. I appreciate everyone who's here. I am trying my hand at a scrapbooking page. It's been years since I scrapbooked, but it's fun, and especially to record those special moments. And we have got to have a little bird on here. We'll add that with a glue dot. The one thing that we also talked about was the importance of journaling, and I will add some journaling down here in the corner like I did on this page, so that you can tell a little bit about the day, and so that if your children or your nieces or your nephews, they want to see your handwriting, they want to see what you did in life. So all right, so my page is ready, except for we did add some gems to that. Let's add they're Riverside Irregular Pearls, and you can put these anywhere. If you had your photo on here, you could add them there. But we've decided, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will add some elements just like so up here, and then over here. What do you guys think? Super fun to see how you use a card sketch and turn it into a memory keeping or a scrapbooking page with Stampin' Up products. I will add my photo. We went to, hey, Alexina, thanks for joining. We went to a brunch bingo, and we took a selfie of all of us, but I will add that a little bit later and hang it in my craft room, my studio space for everybody to see. Just a reminder, it used the Documenting the Day stamp set. That's a celebration offering, which means you can get it free with a $60 order through the end of February, so this weekend, as well as the 12 by 12 designer series paper. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. I hope you liked my project, and let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great Tuesday, a great rest of your day, your week and weekend, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.